In order to begin adding cabinets from the Island Cabinets catalog, you must click on the Objects button and then click the catalog that says Island Cabinet version 1. When you click the Island Cabinet catalog, the options for the cabinet that will be used in this particular order or job can be selected. There are option types in the left-hand pane of the window, and for each option type there is a list of available options. In the cabinet interior options, you may recognize the choices. The standard melamine is the standard kitchen cabinet. Maple with matching natural interior is an upcharge option, for which, if you have a natural exterior, you could select one of these options for a matching natural interior veneer. The matching stained interior chooses a match to the stain finish that you might select for the job. Then, of course, there is the painted. The maple, oak, and pine no charge are for specific situations, for example, where the doors might be omitted on a cabinet, and that cabinet gets a matching interior, but there wouldn't be a charge because the doors were omitted. Typically, these three options would be selected for a single cabinet or two in the job rather than the entire job, whereas the options from standard melamine down to the painted matching in this part of the list would be selected to apply to the entire job or design. There's an item called None in many of the available option lists. This is for circumstances where you might just be ordering a non-cabinet item like a liter of stain. And that would be selected when the order you're placing would not have something that would, where choosing a cabinet interior or other option would apply. Wood species is very straightforward. It's simply the species or type of material that would apply to this particular job that you're going to design. Cabinet finish is a list of the available cabinet finishes. They are categorized according to the various types of finish by species. So all of the maple species appear first, followed by all of the oak species, followed by pine species, and of course the MDF selections. Again, the cabinet finish should be selected according to the finish that would apply to the majority of cabinets in the job. Hinge options include the standard burnished brass hinge, the satin nickel hinge, which is also a standard, the concealed soft close, which is an upcharge as shown, bright brass, and then of course no hinges, should an order not require hinges or hinges would not apply. Drawers and rollouts are categorized based on the drawer box type as well as the drawer guide. This selection will choose both drawers and rollout options for the job. The standard melamine, standard maple, standard dovetail are in the first group. The Accurides are in the second group. The Eclipse undermount soft close would be the third group, and the new Impulse soft close would be the last group. Once again, the correct selection should be made for the type of drawer boxes, rollouts, and guides that would be appropriate for the design before you move on. After selecting the options, clicking the next button will bring up the door options. Doors should be selected for base cabinets, drawer fronts, and upper cabinets. To select a door, you click the drop-down list and choose the appropriate door for this particular order or design. Each door is selected individually, and after selecting each door and drawer front for base, upper, and drawer, you would also need to select the correct edge profile. Edge profiles selection for Maple Shaker are only 2 options. However, for other door styles, there may be more options for the outer edge profile. The outer edge profile should be reviewed and make certain that it's the correct profile that you want for the particular doors that you're ordering. Doors should also be selected from each group of specie to match the specie that was selected for the kitchen, unless the selected door style is going to be a different finish or specie. Once door styles have been selected, clicking the Finish button will open the catalog. And you can see when the catalog opens, there are various categories of product. There are 2 basic ways to add an item from the product catalog to the design. You can click on a category and then a subcategory, select a cabinet, and then pull that cabinet by holding your left mouse button out of the catalog. When you release the mouse button, the cabinet will be attached to your pointer, and as you move it from wall to wall, you will see the envelope shape box rotate. The cabinet is attaching or orienting to the closest wall. When you click the left mouse button again, the cabinet will be released to a position on the wall near where the last position that you clicked. The other way to get cabinets out of the catalog and place them into the design is particularly useful if you're familiar with the product line. You can right-click, choose Insert Object, and then just begin typing. And if you type in a name, hit the Enter key, the precise name of a cabinet will cause that cabinet to appear and be attached to your pointer, and then you can click and the cabinet will be placed on the wall, just like you would accomplish if you drag the cabinet out. If you right-click, choose Insert, and type part of a cabinet name and press Enter on the keyboard, it will bring up a list of cabinets that contain the letters you typed in the name. Then you can click from that short list of cabinets, and once again the cabinet will be attached to your pointer, and when you click the second time or click near the wall, the cabinet will be placed on the wall. When a cabinet has been placed on a wall, left-clicking on the cabinet will display the properties for that cabinet in the panel on the left-hand side of the workspace. The clearance property gives the distance from the cabinet to the next nearest object. The position gives the distance from each end of the cabinet to the end of the wall that it has been placed on. Center position references the center of the cabinet. The most productive way to place and position cabinets using this software is to drop the cabinet near the position it needs to be on the wall, and then type in the correct clearance, and then press Enter on your keyboard. If the position of the cabinet is the more important dimension or measurement than the clearance, you can type on the position value from each end of the cabinet. Once again, type in the value and press Enter on the keyboard. In the next video, we'll look at the process of placing cabinets in the correct order for a very basic design.